here with Matthew Ryan. I've been calling him Matty Ryan. Is that okay?
That's fine. I'm happy with anything.
Matty, thanks so much for having us at your place. I'd love to hear from you a little bit about your family and home and church. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep, so currently I live with my parents, Paul and Megan. I have an older brother named Patrick who married Rachel about 2 months ago. Lived here all my life. My home church is Dundas Tilapia Anglican. Been there for 19 and a half years. So grew up there, loved the church, came through the ministries, and I'm just finishing up as a trainee there.
Great. And here, Dundas Tilapia, that's pretty near Parramatta, is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty close to Parramatta.
In the hills, we love the mighty Parramatta Eels. I'm really trying to get behind them. Are you an Eels fan?
Unfortunately not. I used to be, but now I go for the mighty St. George Illawarra.
Right, okay. I'm sure we can live with that. Now, you're a Christian?
Yep.
This is good news. I'm pleased to hear that.
Great news.
Have you always been a Christian, or is this a decision that you made later in life?
I was really blessed. I grew up in a Christian household, going to church. My parents are very keen in serving, both running Bible studies and volunteering in youth and kids ministry at different stages. But I think I made the conscious decision when I was 16. I went on a youth works camp called LIT, and I had a leader who was really intentional about building relationships, and he kind of said it very bluntly and called me out and said, you need to live your life for Christ and be really intentional about that. And so I think that was the turning point. And then when I got back, I did a confirmation course with my church, and 2 months later I was confirmed and started serving.
All right, so you've been doing this traineeship for 2 years at Dundas Tilapia. How has your traineeship and your training at Youth Works College, how has that shaped you to be teaching the Bible to young people?
Yeah, so I think part of the traineeship was just doing a lot of ministry. So repetition of practice has really shaped that. So giving talks, running games, writing programs. But more so than that, at college we were thinking about how our principles shape our practice in a similar way to a horse pulls the carriage. You need to make sure that the horse is strong and healthy to pull the carriage along, and you need to make sure that your principles are solid and founded in the scripture. And so that's kind of been the biggest takeaway throughout my traineeship, thinking through principles that are driving the practice and then how that is reflected in the practice.
And you're joining us at Emmanuel to be working particularly with youth and young adults, but why are you excited about coming to join the team to be teaching our youth and young adults the gospel of Jesus?
I think one of the biggest reasons is I was a youth that was changed by the gospel, and I love seeing other youth hear the gospel and then make that choice to follow Christ. I find that super encouraging. And then in the hills, there's huge potential for growth.
And you're working in youth and young adults. Now, we've been so blessed this year to have Simon leading our young adults growth group. Tell us how you're feeling about working with Simon next year.
I'm so excited to work with Simon. I was in a prayer group with Simon at college last year, so we're actually pretty good mates. I'm really keen to come alongside him as we work together to minister to the young adults and growing alongside them as we sit around God's word together.
What a team. Should be great. Well, we're praying that you do get some rest between finishing up at Dundas Tilapia and staying with us at Emmanuel, but other ways in which we can pray for you?
Yeah, well, this is my first time leaving my home church, so pray that as I finish up there, it would be a great time of reflecting and celebrating. I'll be moving out of home at some point, so prayer for all the logistics with that. But I think also just prayer for relationships as I come along and get amongst all of you. I'm really excited.
We're so pleased that Matty's coming to minister to us at Emmanuel, but it's a great opportunity for us to minister to him as well. So we're looking forward to seeing you in January, and the rest of you can look forward to meeting him then. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.